talking about how to use hashtags, specifically how to use hashtags that your audience is looking for, how to use hashtags to help your posts and images get found. If you look at hashtags, you'll see that there's a number that pops up on the side of them. Say you Hello, how are we doing today? I hope you're having a wonderful day. And Mia's here today in the video. She decided to curl up and say hello to everyone. She's like, yes, she's having a good day too. And do you see we gave her a little bath last night and then gave her a little haircut, so she's a little trimmed up. She was getting a little poofy. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to use hashtags, specifically how to use hashtags that your audience is looking for, how to use hashtags to help your posts and images get found, not just your images, because you can use stories and Instagram TV. So there's lots to do with hashtags on Instagram. So that's all we're going to be talking about is hashtags. So make sure you stay tuned. Why do I keep saying stay tuned? I'm not exiting out. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. My name is Christina, if you don't know. And if you do know, I'm so happy to see you again. And if you knew, why do I keep going back? I'm having such a hard time with that. My gosh. If you are new, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any new videos I publish all about Why do I keep saying Instagram? Because we're focusing on Instagram. Oh my gosh. It's all about small business tips, tricks, and ideas, motivational stuff that you can use for your business. So today is hashtags, because the previous videos we were so focused on Instagram. We talked about three benefits of an Instagram business account. We talked about Instagram Insights. If you're like, what is this? I don't know. Well, these are where you can check your analytics and know exactly how your posts are doing. So this helps you create better content. If you don't know what times to be posting, we also talked about that in a previous video. And the last video I just did was how to use Instagram stories specifically for more engagement. So in that one, I didn't really go through, like the little tidbits on how to use it. We kind of covered the broader picture of it on bringing over people to the story, okay? Making it more interesting and stuff like that. Now, hashtags, okay? Why? Why hashtags? Well, hashtags are how you can get your content seen. Let's say you have a few hundred followers, okay? And you are getting likes, you are getting some engagement on your posts, but they're not resulting and you're not getting many sales in your business or questions or people are messaging you, stuff like that. Well, hashtags are a way for you to branch out and reach a broader audience, because this is how people are searching for it. Throughout the video, I'll pop up like images for you on the phone on like the search. So I'll show you like how to access hashtags and search and stuff like that. So just keep an eye out for that. But when you're searching in the search bar for hashtags, that's how people can find you, because say you're a fitness company or you're in beauty or makeup or something like that, and someone is looking at makeup tutorials or mascara or lipstick or weights or biking, I don't know, whatever it is, the kind of activity, and they type that in and you're up front and center, say you lifting weights and free weights, and you put in like weights, weightlifter, women lifting weight. I don't know if those are hashtags. I'm just laying things out. You would check those, because I'll show you how to check them at the end, how to check hashtags. But and you would put those in, so when people find it, in hopes that they would see that post and then come over to your profile and say, oh, I like this. I want to follow this person. So that's the ultimate goal for it, okay? Now, how can you use these hashtags? Well, there's many ways you can use them, okay? You can use them in a regular post, and in a regular post, you can just put them throughout your content, throughout your caption, or you can put them all at the bottom. You can put a few sporadically. You can use between 1 and 30 hashtags. 30 is the limit, okay? At first, I will say, if you watch some of my older videos, I would recommend people using 3 to 4 hashtags, maybe 5 hashtags. Now, I actually say, screw that. You can use up to 30 hashtags, because before I was saying it was too cluttered or it didn't look good, and that was from some advice and some people I watched. And don't get me wrong, sometimes it can look tacky or can't look appealing, but if I'm realistic and I think about it, I'm like, it doesn't irritate me. When I see people use hashtags or do it, I'm like, okay, yeah, you should be using hashtag. It's a way to get more exposure to your content. It's a way for it to get seen.
All right, so as I'm editing this video, I realized I forgot to mention 2 more ways you can edit hashtags on Instagram, or not edit hashtags, use hashtags on Instagram. And one of those ways is through stories. And you can do this easily by just going into the little like icon feature and then just adding hashtags. And then that's a way for your stories to get found. And then another way is actually using Instagram TV. And you can see that, I'll put a little image up for you, but you can see that you can add them just like your captions throughout it, or all at once, however you want to do it, and whatever you want to try. That's up to you. Alright, so back to the regular video.
I don't know, let me below what you think about hashtags. Do you like them? Do they annoy you? Do you use them? My dad, he sometimes watches my videos and stuff, and he was like, he's like, I don't really understand this hashtagging stuff. And I was like, it's the pound sign, like the number sign that you do it. So he didn't even know what the hashtag was, which was really funny, but he knew what it was, but not really what it was used for. So when I explained that to him, so maybe if he watches this video, then he'll understand it more. But, putting them throughout, you can put them throughout. Now, of course, you can use them in stories. In the previous video, I showed you exactly how to use hashtags in your stories, and you can also use them in Instagram TV, which we'll be talking about in the next video because we're covering Instagram TV. Let's make sure. I will be, there's something I was watching and I wanted to try it out. And I'm not going to attest to it yet, but someone, I don't remember who it was on YouTube. Gosh, if I remember his name, I'll put it in. But he was saying that he started testing out making hashtags like a sentence, like writing it out like into a whole paragraph so it was like flowing in there. And it looks funny. It does look funny. But I'm curious if it really would boost it because it's like makes it more word flow and it kind of goes with it. So I'm going to test it out and see how that works, and then I'm going to let you guys know into addition to the other things, because right now what I do with my hashtags is I put them in sometimes throughout my content depending on if it makes sense, like putting it in there, or I'll put them all at the very end. It's kind of just depends on that. But yeah, when I test out writing it out, because I'm going to try writing it in the paragraph, see how it works, I'll do that, but I'm going to let my audience know on Instagram, because I don't want them to look at my captions and be like, what is wrong with her? Is she like freaking out? Like, I don't know. Like, it looks weird. Okay. So let's go on to the most important part. How can you find hashtags for your audience, and what hashtags should be using to get seen? Okay. Well, this is when you actually have to use your brain and you have to sit down and do some thinking, because of course you can Google it and say, what are the top hashtags? What are the most popular hashtags? But those aren't going to be relevant for your business or very good, because it's going to have so much competition. If you look at hashtags, you'll see that there's a number that pops up on the side of them. Say you have a picture of you. We'll go back to the fitness example of you maybe like lifting weights or something, okay? And you're smiling in it, or you're like, and in the hashtags, you put like hashtag fit, hashtag fitness, hashtag smile, hashtag happiness, hashtag healthy. Those are relevant because you are smiling, you're happy, you're healthy, but how much search volume do those hashtags have? Those hashtags have a lot of search volume. Like, a lot of people are posting, You want to find something that has a smaller number, that is not as much competition, but not so small that no one searches it. Say you put in a hashtag and you're like, lifting weights with my best friends is the best. That's a really long hashtag. How many realistically do you think are typing in that hashtag specifically? Not very many. And I'm going to look it up. When I look it up, I'll actually put it up there. But yeah, if anything, it could be 0, maybe 1, 2. I don't know how many. But if it only has 2 or 3 people that's ever typed in, or even 100, say there's 100 posts on a hashtag, that's not many people looking at the post, okay? So I've done hashtags that are as low as 1,000. I've even tried hashtags that are 500, but I'll be honest with you, the ones that I found the best are definitely above above 5,000. Because between 1,000 and 5,000, especially if you're starting, but I found that it has more of a chance to get seen because there's not as much competition, and it's specific to your audience, of course. That's what's the key part. So yeah, make sure I'm hitting everything. So now that we've hit everything, because this wasn't going to be a long video on hashtags, but we covered on why hashtags are important, so you know exactly why you should be using them, because you want more exposure, you want more people to see your business. We talked about how to use them. You can use them in Instagram stories, Instagram TV, in your regular captions. You can use them sporadically. You can use them all in one area. However it is that you want to do them, that's ultimately up to you and seeing how you like to do it. And then we talked about what hashtag, where you can find them, stuff like that. So now let's talk about what hashtags. So this is when it does take a second to think about it, because you have to think about the business you're in. You have to think about what you're doing. Now, a lot of the times, let's say you're in a company that is selling, let's say you're let's say you're a makeup consultant and you're selling beauty products, okay? If you sit there hashtagging your business or your company name in a lot of your hashtags, I need you to think about it realistically. Who is going to be typing in your company name? The people who know your company, the people who are probably associates of that company or distributors or affiliates, whatever it is, they're going to be typing that in. Someone who has no idea what it is, who's never heard of this product, is not going to be typing in that company name and that makeup or something like that. It's only going to be people that are aware of it. So you're going to have to think outside the box and say, okay, someone who I've never met, someone who's interested in beauty, someone who loves it, what would they put in the hashtags? What would they search for? What are they interested in seeing? That's the same thing if you are in health. That's the same thing if you are selling candles. That's the same thing if you're selling real estate. I mean, if you're a real estate agent and you're in a company that no one knows about, but you just hashtag your company, then no one's searching for it. You need to hashtag things that people can be looking for. And don't get me wrong, I too did this as well. You try different hashtags. You try and see what is working and what's responding. And that's also too where analytics comes in, because you can actually see what is being searched and what's not. Like if you go look on that insights video that I did, I actually went into the photo and showed you that you can go in and see, hashtag search and stuff like that. So it lets you know. So some stuff I posted got more engagement and more views because of hashtags I used. Some didn't, and that could have been a result of the hashtags I used. It could have been a result maybe of the image not getting seen, the time of day. I mean, there's other reasons, but it does give you an idea on your hashtags and stuff, okay? So I just want to make sure, yeah. So let's say, no, I mean, there's nothing else that I don't want to make this video too long. I mean, there's nothing else that I can really say about the hashtags. Just use them though. Don't not use them. Especially from my previous advice when I said only use 3 to 4. Don't listen to that. That was, I'll admit that was not good advice. I'll be like, no, that was horrible. So, yeah, like I said, everything that I do here, if you're new, by the way, I teach you everything that I've learned, everything that, I've done that is not working, everything that I've done that is working, you guys know about. So I'm happy you're here. I'm happy that we went through this video and we learned all about hashtags. And if you have any questions or need help with your hashtags, stuff like that, you can always message me on Instagram. I love helping people with their business. I do coaching and stuff. Now, of course, if you're like more on your own and you don't really want that personal help, I do have a course in beta testing right now, the Instagram Growth and Momentum course. and we cover everything from your bio section, creating a call to action, setting up your links, building your community, hashtag stories, everything that's in depth, we go into that course. It is only $7 right now. It will increase to $97. I am beta testing it because I do want your guys' feedback before it's finalized. My goal is for it to be easily for you guys to follow in, jump in, and implement everything that you learn immediately into your business so you can start seeing those results and that engagement and stuff happen. So that's all very exciting. And that is it. In the next video, like I said, we'll be covering Instagram TV. So I'll see you in the next video. And stumbling words. Make sure you like this video and share this with others who could use this information. And subscribe if you are new. Love to have you join the family. And that is all on hashtags. And I'll see you next video.